This is 0612 TV.
Welcome aboard.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this review of the iDiscovery TR555 tripod. So well, basically as you've seen from the intro, this is a new tripod that I managed to lay my hands on at a discounted price, no less. I got it for $30, apparently it sells for nearly $60 out there. At least that's according to the guy who sold it to me, so I'm not sure how trustworthy that piece of information is. But well, I'm just telling you what I know about it. I tried to search around on places like eBay and Amazon and I don't see any listings for this particular piece of kit. So I don't know how easy it will be for you to find it. But anyway, that's not the main point. Today I just want to talk to you more about, well, this particular tripod itself. You know, all the usual things, what's in the box, what are its specifications, what's good and what's bad about it. So yeah, without any further ado, let us jump into the actual review. My first impressions of this tripod when I saw it in the shop was that, well, it is pretty solid, it's pretty stable, it has a good amount of weight to it, so you don't expect it to be, easily shaken. It comes with a quick release plate, very nice looking controls. I mean, with all these features, you would have expected it to cost a little bit more, but, well, it only cost $30, so it was quite a no-brainer to pick it up. But yeah, we'll talk more about, the good and bad in due course. In the meantime, let us actually go ahead and take a look at the specifications of this particular tripod. Now, according to the spec sheet, this tripod stands at 59 centimeters, that's about 2 feet when fully collapsed. It extends to a whopping 1.61 meters, that's about 5'3" when fully extended. The tripod itself weighs 1.3 kilograms and can bear a maximum load of 3 kilograms. Moving on to look at what's in the box itself, well, actually not much. In the box you will see, well, a pretty well made carrying case made of some nylon synthetic material. Of course, there's the tripod itself, and it comes with a quick release plate. That's really it. There's nothing else in the box other than, just a little card that has the spec sheets on it. There's no manual, there's no, pieces of paper, nothing of that sort. So let's move on and take a closer look at the tripod itself. So, well, let's start from the top down, taking a look at the head. That's where, most of the knobs and twiddly bits are. The camera itself is attached to the tripod by means of a quick release plate. It's a little bit fiddly to pop on and off. Personally, I haven't been using quick release plates a lot, so it might just be an issue of, not being used to it. But I'm sure after some repeated uses, it will probably be fine. The grip is nice and snug, and you can tell very clearly when the plate snaps into place. So there shouldn't be any doubt at all that, the grip is secure. Panning and tilting with this head works as you would imagine. There's a handle for you to do all of that. It is of course not perfectly smooth because this is no fluid head, but after a few uses, you should know how much force you need to overcome the friction, and you should be able to get some pretty smooth pans. One of the more interesting things about this tripod is that you tweak the height with this little crank at the side. It's definitely quite novel, but unfortunately, when you're operating this crank, the camera isn't very still. Motion tends to be jerky, and the twisting motion actually causes the camera to swing left and right. Here are 2 test shots of pedestal movement. I chose to do lowering since that seems to be smoother, probably because of the camera's weight pushing down and thus reducing resistance. As you can see, even my very controlled movement here isn't enough to eliminate all jerkiness. Some amount of bounce remains inevitable. Fast motion is practically unusable, the camera just topples around way too much. So you're not gonna get nice and smooth pedestal motion, so that is unfortunately, well, the drawback of this setup. In terms of leveling the tripod, you get 2 different level bubbles for you to check both the leveling of the tripod's legs itself as well as the head portion of the tripod. Moving down, the actual legs of the tripod have this little knob for you to lock them in place. Without using this, the whole setup actually moves up and down very freely, but once you lock it in place, you can actually have them open at any angle you select. The actual legs work as you would expect, just 2 clippy bits giving you a total of 3 segments. The legs are pretty interesting, they actually end with these little hinged legs. This is pretty cool since you can actually tweak them to stand on sloped surfaces or even rough terrain. So what are my views on this unit? Well, I've only just got it for a few days, I haven't been using it very thoroughly, but out of what I've experienced of it so far, I'm liking it quite well. I mean, I've mentioned this a couple of times already, but for the price and its build quality and feature set, it's definitely worth the money. Thanks to the many different ways you can actually use to control this tripod, you get a wide variety of uses out of it. Whether you're doing photos or you're doing video, you can get pretty good flexibility out of both setups. In addition, it can bear quite a bit of weight. 3 kgs is probably more than your average DSLR in most configurations, so I don't think you have any issues with this not being able to bear the weight of equipment. The build quality of this particular tripod inspires confidence. Even though plastic is used in quite a lot of places, they are not the kind that are flimsy, so I wouldn't be worried about things toppling over, things breaking or falling off after a few uses. What I like about this unit also is the fact that it is pretty heavy and as such gives pretty good stabilization. So yeah, just a very quick review of this particular tripod. Like I mentioned, I haven't been very thoroughly using it yet, and I will be looking for opportunities to do so in the near future. As I find out more, I may update this particular review or create new videos. But yeah, as far as things stand right now, I'm very happy with it, just overall, and I'm looking forward to using it more in the future. Well, that's all I have for you in this particular review. Hopefully, well, you've gained some insight into this piece of gear. And if you ever see it, especially for this price, well, you have my recommendation. But once again, that wraps it up for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. You're watching 0612 TV. Hello, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, remember that I appreciate every like, favorite, and comment you give me. If you'd like to see more from me in the future, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And for more updates outside of YouTube, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at 0612TV. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.